There once was a fan from Nantucket, whose name was Kevin and who sent us a couple awesome items for Strange Anime License Friday. The downside, it seemed, is that I had to procure a Game Gear and a Wonderswan, which are a pain in the to record from. Limericks. It makes perfect sense that the Wonderswan, a Bandai product itself, would have a stack of Gundam games for it as long as your arm. An SD Gundam emotional jam doesn't disappoint. Unfortunately, as is befitting a Gundam mashup game on such a tiny system, they do their best to shoehorn as much content in there as possible. And in a first for pretty much any Gundam game I've come across, there's almost no information out there on the interwebs about this one. No manuals, no tutorial in the game, no nothing. For better or worse, I was going into this thing blind. Okay, so blind might be a bit of a stretch, but unless you've got the eyesight of a freaking eagle, the wallow kanji you immediately run up against might prove to be an effective deterrent to actually playing this thing. Here's the shtick. Think Advance Wars, but with a movement grid that's skewed every other column, allowing for more precise control. It's about as close as you can get to old school wargaming's hexagonal grids without actually using hexagons. Anyway, there are actually two tiers to the battles. The overworld map where you maneuver units and can capture bases, and a second level where the actual combat plays out. The second tier seems almost identical to the first, complete with turn-based movement. The difference is that you can deploy your various mobile suits, which can be controlled individually or as a squad of up to 5. Each suit in said squad, and that's a lot of S's, still tracks its damage and stats individually though, meaning your attack on such a unit might only hit 3 out of 5, each with their own HP pool. So it's straight up strategy, which is awesome because that makes it significantly better for, say, 2-player head-to-head skirmishes. Why should Advance Wars players get all the fun? After selecting a map from a list a yard long, though each one looks distressingly similar in-game, each player picks a team culled from the history of the Gundam series to take into battle. But while it's a refreshing alternative to Advance Wars, the actual gameplay feels a bit too slow for a good head-to-head competition. Each individual skirmish in Advance Wars takes a couple seconds. Such battles in Emotional Jam take several minutes to saw through an entire squad's combined 5,000 HP at maybe 60 to 120 damage a pop. And with such excruciatingly small combats, there's not really all that much you can do to exercise tactics, shy of concentrate fire here. Still, if you're a fan of the series, it's engaging and pocket-sized, even if your optometrist will hate you in the morning.